Hi YouTube subscribers, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by again, and welcome everybody else who has not yet been to my channel that is just strictly here to see these Freebird Cassius boots in action. Here's the box. Okay, and we're about to open these. So this is the unboxing. We're gonna get right to it. So again, this is the Cassius model in size 7. And obviously they're for me. I wear a size 7. The other boots that I had bought from Freebird were the Cole style boots. And I love them so much that, of course, I have to start a collection of them. So opening the box, there it says Cassius right there, 7. And let's get this box out of here. Inside, you will have this little envelope, which is nice. I mean, they don't skimp. And it has your receipt. And it also has the FedEx sticker if you'd like to send it back. So all you have to do is just put it back in the box, stick this back on, and send it back to where it came from. So that's kind of cute, right? So far the quality's there. You can see with the printing on their box, the time that they take to make everything very individualized and unique. Shows where, you know, the money goes, the extra money goes. And even in the box, there's a plastic handle. So they really spent a lot of extra money on their details, even on the boxing. So when you open up your box, you're going to be like, wow, this is so beautiful, right? And it just has like their little summary of what their boots are about. And I really love the packaging with the sticker and the beautiful snake embossed tissue paper. And they really wrap their items with care, which really matters to me. Because it just speaks volumes about how they care about everything, not just the boots, but you know, the visual appeal. Their marketing team is very, very good about, you know, getting people to buy more. So right when you open this up, there's going to be this cute little sticker. And the best part about this is breaking the seal. One thing I wish that they would do is add kind of like more stickers in the box so that if you really love your Freebird boots, you can like put a sticker on your car or like, you know, advertise for them. So I think their marketing team should actually do that. I think that would be a smart move. So moving this up, this is what really shocked me first, is that there's dust bags for each boot, and this is embroidered. This is so nice, and the dust bags are so plush and soft. So that's what that looks like there. So I'm going to put the camera back over here and let's go and see these boots. So I'm so excited. I haven't seen these before. Nobody I know has these. These were $395, and I believe that I had the 30% off. They did have a 35% off after Christmas. So let's reveal these boots. I am really excited. And I got these in black. So far, that beautiful leather smell is just wonderfully aromatic, immediately coming out of the bag. There's some straps going on here The quality is not impressing me so far as what I've seen in the Cole boot. There's a flaw over here. It's just lazily cut. That should be folded under or more professionally designed. The leather in this is very cheap compared to the Cole boot. It almost looks like it's not even real leather. I'm not impressed with this boot at all so far. The tongue, can you hear that? It's not soft. So let's keep on going. Here's the shaft. So you have like these lattice crisscross pieces of leather. And the sewing is not up to par at all. The quality is not there. Can you see those loose loops? That's disappointing. Absolutely disappointing. So moving on. I'm not so sure what they were thinking with the stitching. It doesn't make any sense at all. Look at the stitching errors. It's almost like they didn't know what the pattern was supposed to be. And then look at the stitching here. It stops. It doesn't make any sense. However, if we're looking from this direction, this is the sexy part of the boot. I think this is what gets everyone, is like these loose fringes. They're just really, really sexy. And it's eye-catching. It's different, especially like having this detail work this low in the block heel. What I'm not understanding here is why there's a female snap right here. Why is that there? It doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't even look like it's part of the boot, because it just looks like there's supposed to be something snapped there and there's nothing there. I'm not impressed at all. This flap here is pretty low to the ground, so if you were to step in mud, you would have to take this flap up and clean it. And this leather is garbage. It's absolutely garbage. I've had over probably like 2,000 pairs of shoes. I've spent over, I mean, you don't even want to know how much money I've spent on shoes. And so I am a shoe pro, to say the least. And this quality is just not happening with this style boot. It's just not happening. I wouldn't feel proud wearing these at all. We have some errors here in stitching. There's lots of fraying underneath there. This looks like it's not going to sustain itself very well with any kind of bending. Do you see those flaws? Moving on to the heel. The heel is a nice block heel. This is the same heel as most of them. Here's your Freebird stamp. Again, you have leather sole. These are very slippery until you wear them out. There's no traction there. And then you have these confusing rivets in here, which I don't understand why they're visible, and they shouldn't be. You do have stitching throughout, and that is real stitching, which is signature of the Freebird boot. Here's the zipper. The zipper looks a little rough. Yeah, it's supposed to be distressed, but I'm not really impressed with that kind of distressing. Okay, so let's turn this boot around so you can see it. Again, the snap is not working for me. This buckle looks unimpressive. It's just very thin, and like, what is this supposed to be? The hardware is very flimsy, very cheap. I am not impressed. The leather is not soft. Let's take this out. So this is what you'll have inside of the boot. And again, the leather in here is not, it's so bad. I mean, it is, listen to it. It's like a tarp. That's not quality leather. They're really making a lot of money off of a very minimal product here. Here's the tongue. This is absolutely terrible. Cassius, leather upper, leather lining, leather sole, made in Mexico. And here's the serial number. And they can't even stitch this without having some kind of error. This is terrible. Nothing about this boot says this is a luxury boot. There's absolutely nothing that says that. It's poorly stitched. Absolutely poor. So this is what this is the only stitching that's holding those lattice buckles together. This is the only thing that's holding this together. That's not reinforced well enough, especially if you ride horses. I'm really disappointed. I thought I was going to get a product that was completely amazing and something that I was going to be really in love with, and I'm not. The toe I do like. It's an almond toe. I don't like square toes. This is very soft. The leather on the outside is soft. But if you get up here, it's very poor. Again, listen. Leather should not sound stiff. It should not feel stiff, especially if you're paying $385 for a boot. That is a waste of money. The Cassius boot is a waste of money. It is not comparable to the other Cole boots that I have seen. So let's see if the other boot is any different. And then I'm going to try them on. Yeah, I mean, look at this. If you don't know the difference between quality leather and really bad leather, I can see why someone would get away with loving these boots, but the stitching, look at this boot. Look at this loose stitch. Can you see that? Let me see. There's loose stitching here. There we go. Whoops. Freebird, if you're listening to me, I think you should definitely send me a pair of boots that have quality, because this boot is anything but quality. Look at this. This is coming off already. It's not even laying correctly. And this is threading as well. And this was on my heel. I don't know what that is. Interestingly, I didn't notice this, there's like two patterns that are stitched in there underneath this unfunctional female part of a snap. This boot is just as poorly constructed, if not more poorly constructed, as the other boot. My sole has an error right here. Can you see that? There's an error in the boot right there. So I'm going to try these on real fast, just to find something that could be positive about this boot. So what they did to save money, I'll show you what they did. Okay, so to save money, they used a very cheap leather for the top shaft, okay? And then all of a sudden, let me see if I can get a better view of this. All of a sudden, they used a nubuck leather. See that white on the bottom? That's nubuck leather. So instead of bringing the nubuck leather all the way to the shaft, they're profiting by cutting it down and then only using that to get to the footbed. Does that make sense? So all this stuff right here is the cheapest grade leather you could possibly use for a boot. I mean, this is not premium leather, nor is it worth $350 for the boot. If you look down inside of the footbed, there is a label down there that says Freebird, and there is nubuck leather here. See this? This is the soft stuff that should be throughout the shaft, and that is not. Let's see if we can see the footbed at all. Can you see the footbed? A little bit. Let's get some light. Yep, it says Freebird down there. All right, let's try these bad bitches on and see what happens. All right, I'm gonna put my phone over here by my computer, and I'm gonna put these on for you guys only. Now, I wear a size 7, and already these are running like a little small. They're not comfortable at all compared to the Cole style boot. I would recommend the Cole style boot because the quality here is just not happening. They're very kind of difficult to put on. However, they do look nice. So I'm gonna try to put my camera so you can see the boots. And I'm sorry that I'm not a good camera person. I'm gonna try my best here to give you the best view as I possibly can by myself. Okay, now getting to the shaft. The color on these Cassius boots are actually black. When you order the Cole boot in black, it's actually gray. There's lots of room here, which I don't need. So they're actually really too big. I'm trying to get the best picture I can for you so that you can understand what I'm saying about this big gap that's in here. Unfortunately, my bathroom is usually the best place to film. So here's the boot from the inside. And you have this terrible leather. And all this room here, can you see that? All that room. So, like, these are like wide width boots. This style is for wide width calves. I would not recommend these boots at all for someone who has average BMI, like body mass index, or someone who's thin, because these are you're gonna be swimming in these. I'm average, and sometimes I do get pretty thin. Like, I'm 5 feet tall, and like 115 pounds average. And these things are just like huge on the top. So looking down, let me see if I can get a good look at how much room is there. That is not okay for me. Another look. So toes. The toes are the best part of the boot, in my opinion. Okay, so I hope that my review has given you all the information you need on this particular style. So again, I think that they're over profiting. They're like, just to make these is expensive in itself. And all the little detailing that they're doing to their packaging and the boxes and like the branding and, you know, like the beautiful wrapping paper, you know, I am just really upset that they couldn't take the time to kind of like match that quality to this boot. Everything is wrong about this boot except the way it looks, if it fits your calves. And this part right here is beautiful. This part is stunning. And this is where the good leather is down here. So we have the good leather down here, which ends here, right? And then all this part of the shaft is that trash leather. That's not even real leather. It's like a composite leather. That's like the worst kind of material to manufacture with. Never have I seen anything done so cheaply in a boot in my whole entire life. I've never seen something like this just flopping along. This is embarrassing, and Freebird, you should be really, really disappointed in yourselves. So that concludes my video on the Cassius boot. I will hold it up again for you with a white background. Maybe that would help you out a little bit better. Okay. And you can see how wide the shaft is. So if you have large calves, this is going to be perfect for you. But down here, it's quite narrow. So if you have swollen feet or big ankles, this is going to be a challenge for you because the top is so large, but the bottom is so small. So let's give it a good turnaround. Again, the best part of the boot is on the bottom. So if you want to buy these boots, you know the pros and cons of them now. They aren't terribly uncomfortable. It's just that they're nothing like the solid quality of the Cole style boot. I recommend getting the Cole boot over these any day. So I rate things. So from 1 to 10, 10 being the best for these boots, I'm going to give these boots a 4.5, and that's really low. And I never in my life would think that I would actually have to rate something so low that's so expensive to buy. So Freebird, you better step up with your leather and stop compromising. And if you're going to use nubuck leather on the lower part of the shaft, just use the rest of it for the shaft, for the higher part of the shaft. That's the part that you see when you walk. So I hope this helped you with your decision to buy these boots. Cassius, you're not going to be a favorite of mine. And I don't even know if I'm going to keep them because of, I can't even get over how much $395 is versus what these boots are, like the level of poor quality. It's just, the ratio just doesn't fit. So happy shopping, everyone, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you for visiting my channel. If you want to subscribe, that's awesome. I'll always have something different to talk about. I'll see you later.